really excited about our new series and what we're about to do. The last time we spent time together, I was on a roll and doing pretty well. I had lost a lot of weight, and even though I was having some difficulties with certain aspects of my diabetes, I was feeling charged and really, really good about myself, and had all kinds of interesting adventures along the way, including breast cancer and severe complications due to neuropathy, both peripheral and autonomic. And those are technical terms for most of you that probably don't mean anything, but leave it to say that I've had a lot of adventures that were none so pleasant. And adventures aren't always pleasant and exciting and thrilling and wonderful. Sometimes adventures are difficult and challenging and discouraging and frustrating. And you've all been through any and all of those at one point or another. The purpose of this program is to share in some kind of real way with you my path, my journey, and hopefully some insights that will make a difference for you. The purpose of the program is to uplift, encourage, strengthen, discuss, and follow an important transformation that is happening right now in my life in such a way that hopefully it'll make a difference for you, for someone that you care about. I'm a diabetic, as most of you who follow this program know, and I have to admit that when I heard the word diabetic in the past, I really didn't think of it as something that was that terrible. So you find out you're diabetic, they put you on some pills or shots, and it gets fixed, right? You just kind of have to watch your diet a little bit and everything is fine. It's not that big of a deal. Folks, it's a really big deal. Diabetes eats you alive. It takes away so many things from you if you let it. The good news is that the choices that we make as a type 2 diabetic, the choices we make determine the outcome of our illness. It's one of the few illnesses that are mostly patient treated. In other words, your doctor can make suggestions, but he can't follow you around, or she can't follow you around every minute of every day, watching every choice you make. And the choices you make on a day-to-day basis from 1 minute to the next can determine the outcome for years of your life, and can actually end up in the termination of your life. With diabetics, the one thing about this particular disease is that the choices we make definitely determine the outcome. So, that being said, I can't blame anyone but myself for the issues that I have. Not the food industry, not my upbringing, not body image, there's so many things that people blame their life and the outcomes in their life about. And so the first step for me is to take complete responsibility for what I have gone through in the last little while. The breast cancer thing, not so much. Breast cancers can often just be the luck of the draw, your heredity. There's all kinds of things, and any kind of cancer. There are so many factors that we really do not understand about cancer. But we have a pretty thorough understanding of diabetes. So the first step for any diabetic is education. And that has been part one of my journey. And I'm hoping that I can share with you the things that I've learned. I'm not going to go into any long diatribes, and hopefully we're going to be able to have some fun. And this, let me just say that this isn't about diabetes. This is about health, and health in the broadest possible sense, down to the narrowest possible sense. So it's about health of mind and spirit. It's about how the choices we make affect the outcomes in our life, and how when we make mistakes, which we do, when we are uninformed, which we often are, when we are persuaded by those who have nefarious things in mind, which we often are, we still can choose to educate ourselves and to change the outcome. Now, that being said, there are some outcomes that once they've happened can no longer be changed, at least not based on current science. So there's some things that I have to live with, and we'll talk about those off and on through the program. But this particular adventure is about positive transformation, and how the choices you make starting from where you are can determine what happens in your future. There are things about your past you cannot change. There are some things that you do to yourself or that others have done to you that can't be erased, that can't be fixed or repaired. And that's something that you have to figure out which of the things in your life are the things you can do something about, and which are some of the things in your life that you can't do something about. And once you've determined that, then it's a lot easier to lay out a path for yourself for your future journey of what you want to do with your life. So today I didn't go to the gym. And it's based on a choice I made last night. Last night, for the first time, and I can't remember when, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I had 2 pieces of chicken. 2 pieces of fried Kentucky Fried Chicken. And some coleslaw. There were other choices I could have made, but I didn't. And so as a result, I was up all night last night. So sick, because my body's gotten used to being fed properly. My body's gotten used to having good, strong, available nutrition put into it. And my body was in full protest last night. I definitely suffered the consequences of my choice. And so as a result, there was no possible way I was going to the gym today. So basically, a cascading effect of one choice affecting another choice down the road. Will I make that mistake again? Not that particular one, no. I learned my lesson. My body is finally to a point in my life where it's telling me what it needs and what it wants very clearly. And so I need to pay attention. That is a huge milestone for me. And looking at it in a positive light, it means that all the nutrition I've been putting into my body all of this time has created a new kind of metabolism for me. My blood sugars for the last several weeks have been in normal ranges. I very seldom have to take even the smallest amount of insulin anymore. That's exciting. But I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be yet. I'll be going in for a checkup here soon, hopefully. The VA hasn't, since we've moved, the VA hasn't yet given me a primary care physician. But once it does, I'll be going to my VA doctor and getting my A1C checked, which I think is going to be really good. I think it's going to be right around 6, which is, for those of you who know anything about diabetes, that's a big deal. especially considering when I first found out I was diabetic, my A1C was 14.3. For those of you who are not diabetic and don't understand that, that's very bad. Not because of the care that I've been given by the VA, but because of choices that I personally have made and changes that I have made in my lifestyle that are permanent changes, as witnessed by my fiasco of last night. My body doesn't want me to go back to where I was before. And it's telling me in no uncertain terms. Now, let me just say this about that. Let's say I decided that, oh, it was just a fluke. I must have had some sort of a bug. That couldn't possibly be what happened. It couldn't be that my body is happy with its current nutrition levels and doesn't want me to go back. And so I decided that tonight I would go and have some other kind of fast food nastiness that I know I shouldn't put into my body. And I did that, and I did that, and I did that. My body would stop telling me. I know this because that's what happened in the past. My body didn't tell me when the food that I was eating was destroying me because I had stopped listening and it stopped telling me. Okay? So, really excited about the move out here to Washington, really enjoying getting out in the pool at the Columbia Basin Racquet Club, really enjoying the new path that I'm laying out for myself. We'll be talking about that in further issues. Just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the Webwoman channel and the changes that are going to be happening here. This channel is going to be dedicated entirely to the Webwoman's Grand Adventure. I will be creating other channels for the other things I need to. I encourage you to like and or subscribe, as well as to leave comments. Now, about comments. I strongly believe in the right of people to say what's on their mind. I'm not going to erase a comment on my wall because I don't agree with it, although I may respond. What I will remove is anything that's hate talk towards any group of people. If you insist on using colorful metaphors, those expletives will be deleted from your post. I'll leave what you've written up there for other people to see, but I will remove any curse words. That's just me. I don't feel like I want to inflict that on my other viewers. So, but feel free to leave me a comment about things you agree with, things you disagree with, suggestions you may have for future shows, suggestions you may have for potential future guests on the program, and any suggestions you might have in regards to just ways that we could improve the program and make it better. I am really excited to return as the Webwoman, as this great adventure that I'm having, and to talk very frankly about issues that I'm having in my life, good and bad, things that are exciting and things that are scary. There will be warnings if ever I decide to approach a topic that might be difficult for certain sensitive viewers. But this will totally be a G-rated channel. That's the way it always has been. That's the way it always will be. I love my viewers. I love the people who have subscribed. I have made so many really amazing friends over the course of time with this. And I look forward to seeing you on our next episode of the Webwoman's Grand Adventure. Join us. Please remember, go out and do something nice for yourself today and something nice for somebody else who really needs it. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.